Righto, g'day everyone. Welcome to a recorded shoutcast of BFM Midway, Season 3, Division A, and it's the 228 Bin Chickens versus the Inner Spud Wrecking Crew. So get keen, we are actually doing a shoutcast of a recording. So to bring tonight's broadcast, this is actually the first time running the BFM Midway overlays. Our Switchbase put a lot of work into it. Live Paradox 42 has helped out a lot with that too. Tonight, a massive showing from 228. He has helped us all get this going together. And yeah, it's been an amazing little session to get this running. Just want to check there's no audio issues. Then we might be ready. Okay, just doing a quick starting audio check.
That sounds all good.
Sounds good. So with me I have Lambgod. So Lambgod is one of our AP pilots. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh yeah, just shoot mechs and gosh, put me on the spot here. Yeah. Just one of the new pilots, been here for about four or 5 months, and recently competed in the World Championships and didn't win.
Cheers, mate. Good summary. All right, so basically tonight we're doing 6v6. The rules are 300 tons for the first drop. It's going to be on Canyon Conquest 3 cap. As you can see by the mini-map on the low right, it is a the 3 caps used will not include Sigma or Gamma. So with a recording, Kondo has done the recording through YouTube, so we're actually going to pop over to that right now and get started. So right, so we're going to go at the exact same time. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it's Canyon Network. They're just loading into the mechs now. I haven't actually watched this already, so I'm watching this for the first time along with you guys.
So red's ISRC, blue is Bin Chickens.
That's correct. Right, so what we've got here, we've got some Vipers, we've got Stormcrows, a few different things there. Moving up to center, they've actually gone for a three-way split spawn on ISRC, 2 in each lance, with Bin Chickens going for the 2 front lances, leaving Bravo empty. So Bin Chicken's going to get a bit more forward map control early.
I think we'll see it in a minute here, but yeah, so Bin Chickens haven't brought a dedicated capping mech.
No, just 650 tonners and go nuts. I like it. Whoa, was that Supernova from Rafnor? Look at that. Supernova C variant. We have 2 Cheetahs, 2 Vipers, and a Summoner from ISRC. So a massive tonnage variation on the field compared against 650 tonners.
It's going to be very lonely on that island over there very soon if they keep pushing them.
Oh, for sure. A few early trades, roads down to 90%. Rafnor and Supernova down to 93, so there must have a bit of range on those mediums.
A lot of yellow lasers, I didn't see many blues.
Nah, it might be a strike that's going out. There you go. So with the cap controller, we have ISRC taking Kappa, Bin Chickens taking Epsilon just a bit after that. So ISRC will have a very narrow cap advantage going on.
Bin Chickens going for a low wrap here into Theta.
Yeah, they're going to get out. They're going to jump across, basically wrap around Theta, try to get a 2 cap, and then force ISRC to move into them. So just so you know, it is a 10-minute match and only 3 caps. So the caps actually can start moving up quite quickly. Remember, it's at timeout. The team with the most caps wins. Big strike there. Stony down 83%, probably mostly arm damage, so not much there in it. Percentage is looking pretty fresh both sides. I think both teams trying to test each other out a bit here with the trades. That Supernova denying a clean cap on Theta and no strike coming in there.
I don't think they're going to be able to get it. They're just going to keep pop-tarting on them. That's a good strike there at the back there on, was it Mr. Perks?
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, we've got a bit of cockpit view now. So Desire's running a traditional laser vom Hunchy. missile laser huntsman, and a 6 ER medium hunchy. There you go, and a super hot hunchy on Noif. So massive amounts of laser bombs. This is actually a mid-range deck with the mediums, with only one mech running SRMs. Now for the ISRC side, we have a machine gun heavy medium cheetah. This is the bin chicken huntsman now. Yep. Roadsy there, 6 ER mediums. That must be extremely cool running. Alright, so the Viper heavy smalls. Yep. You can fire 5 heavy smalls.
Machine guns. Okay.
Yeah, well, you can fire 5 heavy smalls before you get Ghost Heat, and the Viper C packs exactly that amount, so it's quite a big alpha at that short range.
Streak Summoner.
That Streak Summoner is probably in preparation for a lights, and that Streak Summoner hovering near the Supernova, giving it really good protection against any sort of flankers or blitzers. The ISRC has taken... sorry, look at from this...
So bin chickens have got beta by
they are red now, so bin chickens are now red.
It'll flick back once he goes.
Yeah. Michia's doing a nice little work there, poking from the outside. With bin chickens having a cap advantage though, I think this is going to be... ISRC needs to make the move, and I think that's what bin chicken's plan was, is... Hey, if we can get 2 caps, we can force them to come off the hill and dislodge that supernova.
With how gripped up there, I'm surprised bin chickens aren't eating all of the strikes.
I think a fair few strikes have already gone, and with the firing line they have set up, dropping a strike may cost a bit of armor there.
There was a strike just coming in from the side from the right.
Yep. The strike on the data ramp on the, I guess, southern side. Looking at it.
I don't know what, with these mechs, I don't know what they can do other than sit there and wait for the supernova to poke.
Well, I mean, bin chickens don't need to do anything, really, other than not die.
I mean, from the ISRC side,
Yeah, true.
they kind of lock themselves here with no option. This is some very interesting huntsman builds, Jakes.
I mean, bin chickens have a lot of very fresh mechs. I think, well, both teams have pretty fresh mechs in the field. I can't say there's anything too damaged that's appearing. Okay, strike here on the side rock. Oh, that's a decent hit. Supernova just got wrecked. Right. During cockpit view again, we can see Desire taking a back position over the comm tower hill, getting a bit more range. Supernova's actually not that badly hurt. 6 ER larges on him. Another strike. He's going to back left into it. Yep, kind of. He just hits his left torso and crits it. 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock. And no one really injured. I mean, Stone Falcon, actually. Stone Falcon is the most hurt on the field. Stone Falcon is leading the bin chickens. So, and into the 30s.
Well, these release strikes, they're starting to separate now.
Oh, there's light aggression on the back. Vipers and Cheetahs into the backfield of the bin chickens, getting some aggression out. That's probably where Stoney got hurt from that. And the crossfire now onto Mick. Mick Starkill is going to try to drop down.
Yeah, Mickey just lost a trade badly.
Yeah, he's traded with the 2 range mechs there. Stoney dropped a low ground away. Now they're recycling fresh mechs forward. You got Desire, Hate, and Rhodes in those Hunchback 2CAs, all very, very fresh, with the ISRC light pack disengaging.
It's a great shot there too. Wait, it must be. Are they both mediums or are they ERs or heavies?
One's got ERs, one's got heavies. I'm pretty sure.
I'm lucky that the heavy one's working on the UAVs at 600 meters.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So Stoney staying on low ground, trying not get traded on, just trying to keep him alive, it looks like. Rafnor and Supernova is definitely the most hurt on ISRC. Damages probably somewhat in favour of ISRC overall.
Well, it's all been center torso and side torso damage because they've only been showing their top halves.
That is very true. I think based on caps and only 3 minutes remaining that I would have to give the advantage to bin chickens on the overall engagement because, I mean, if there's a big push here, ISRC is going to close in now, but Rafnor's going to get popped pretty quickly, that Supernova.
But they have to be open, and these Vipers and Cheetahs have all got machine guns.
That's true. If there's good face-side machine guns... Oh, wow, here we go. They're going to get 2 or 3 kills here. Bin chickens will lose 2 or 3 mechs here, I reckon. There goes Mick. Hay takes out Mpoko, so that's one Viper down. And
Ash has just nearly killed his own teammate.
oh mate, this is a pretty incredible brawl here. Ash with the Streak Summon is going to do a heap of damage, opening up a lot of targets for those machine guns to get in on. They're focusing Hyper, and there's a lot of split focus fire. There's 3 different targets being called, so this is not much focus, but a lot of firing anyway. Hyper goes down, then Stony. There's only 2 left for the bin chickens. 1 left, Noif is the last one, and that is it.
No, well, so let's see what they cap here.
Well, as
Because are they allowed to cap the other cap?
yes. So just so everyone understands the rules here, is that when you've killed all 6 mechs, you can freely go and cap Sigma and Gamma, whatever the other 2 caps are. If you cap one of these 2 banned caps before that, you then must win by kills, like killing all 6 mechs. So essentially, it is technically legal to cap the other 2 points off the bat. But
I'd just like to note where they're not going, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a minute 10 left, which is 70 points. 70 points plus 323. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually 60 seconds times 3, 180. 180 added to that.
That'll be close.
That'll be close. I think they still should get the 450. They should get to 450, no problem. Yes, I did that. They should get this, I think. If it's 3 ticks a second, or is it a tick not bang on the second?
It's not quite.
Oh, ticks are slow. That's right. Ticks aren't exactly 1 second. They're slower. Yeah, no, they won't get it. That's it. Yeah.
So, if they get north-south here, though.
If they got Sigma and Gamma, they would win it. But I don't know if they understood that rule.
No.
Well, that's
I saw all their mechs just stopped. Whoops.
well, there you go. That is a 6-to-1 kill game in favor of ISRC, and honestly, yeah.
Wait, how many ticks left?
Oh mate, it's 10 points in it. Like that is 4 ticks. 4 ticks is all that was in it. Yeah. So the bean counters worked for bin chickens on that one. All right. Check out the stats real quick. All right, so I'm actually going to pause it here, just so we can quickly go through the stats. Run us through the numbers.
For bin chickens, looks like the killer was Noif, and 405 there. Only 1 kill though. Holy dooly. For ISRC though, we've got Rathnor, holy dooly, 737. Didn't manage to kill anything though. Perfect. And 3 kills for Navid and 2 kills for this.
Okay.
I definitely think Rathnor was the man of the drop, even though he got crit so early.
Well, he was putting consistent damage down the whole time and providing a lot of fire. And you know, he did get a lot of scratch damage in, which meant that over the course of the match, it just brings these mechs closer to being crit. As soon as the mechs crit, you got 2 Vipers and 2 Cheetahs. And I think ISRC's strat was based around, hey, can we use a Streak Summoner and Supernova to strip armor? If yes, then the other 4 mechs will just finish them off. And that's what happened at the end. It was a really fast cleanup. So what we're going to do now is go back to the map strat and have a look. Alright. Map strat's up. So, Lem, draw us what's happened.
Well, from memory here, ISRC went with 3 different up the north side here. Now they split straight into Trash Pile with the Supernova. And what was the other one? Hellbringer was it, or something else?
As a Summoner.
Summoner.
Streak Summoner. He hung around the Supernova to give it a bit of support from flankers.
I think from memory then Vipers and stuff just sort of fluffed about from around Kappa and then eventually rolled back around all the way over here behind Epsilon, behind this hill, and slowly made their way around the map. Bin chickens, though, interesting how they spawn with a heavy alpha Charlie and just sort of run straight down this line here. Then they cross back low to Theta. I feel like they maybe could have just crushed Trash Pile with the 6 range mechs, but there they sort of just stalled out there around Theta, but luckily got away with the big brawl over in Charlie 4. Am I getting this right? Have you remembered the same thing?
Pretty much. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the second stage of the match. So for the second stage, we had bin chickens kind of around Theta,
All the way back around.
and they pushed over here. You had a small movement by Stoney who was crit. I reckon he was going for the supernova around the back. That's quite faint. So we just represent the supernova, you know, by an assault mech over there. The rest of the mediums, I'm just going to use this as an example. You know, all strung out, all throughout here, bin chickens. It was when that light pack came in that you had crossfire from an assault here. You had the streak summoner basically run in, and it was this main movement here. They just picked them off, you know, one by one. When I say one by one, there was actually 3 targets being called, I think, at a time. So there's a bit of you know, split comms and not so much focus fire, but it was definitely a win to ISRC in terms of the fight, just a win to bin chickens in the maths. So let's get ready for drop number 2. We are heading to you all good, Lam, for your recording?
Yeah, absolutely.
Radio, going in 3, 2, 1. Right, drop 2. So spawn swaps, same map, same tonnage. Is those linebackers I see in a dragon?
This is a classic bin chicken strategy here with Dragon and I think, what, 2 linebackers? The rest would be mislinks or something from this point, won't it?
No, there should be 35 tonners. There should be like wolfhounds or something, I would say. Get maybe 2 wolfhounds and an assassin. We'll see. 3 assassins. No, sorry, that's... Yeah, so ISRC is on blue. We'll see what they're running in a sec. That's a 4 large Hellbringer, probably going to the OMC hill. And a bunch of assassins heading over to Kappa. All the quad SRM4 builds, classic.
A very short range and then 2 long range.
Well, Rafnal's in the 60 live supernova again. And this linebacker, the Bumble Brutus special, I think is what's called, with the boatload of SPLs and 5 SRM6s. Rosie with his own assassin going up to Epsilon. And the Theta Cap in progress. Stoney overwatching for 3 large Dragon 1C. And Desire the Arctic Cheetah, 6 light machine guns and 3 heavy mediums. Plenty of firepower on that one.
Well, this seems like stronger decks from both teams here. Sort of a mix of range though and a bit of brawl.
The Dragon is an interesting idea. Not something I would have expected, but it does have a bit of it does have good poking, I guess, capabilities for side peek. Quite big engagement here, wrapping on the Supernova. Supernova getting pushed in hard now. And with 60 larges, won't have to recycle. The sides crit. DT's going to be crit very soon. That target is definitely called as primary. Desire working that terrain, sneaking in behind the assassin.
Oh, I hope he knows that if he shoots the O torso, it actually get crit.
So Kamikaze Viking Halberg is extremely hurt. He's getting pushed on by Neuf and Rhodes at the moment, so he's going to go down. There's actually another split engagement. We have 2 targets on each side getting focused. Well, Miko was hurt a little bit early on coming in, but he's just dropped now, so it's a 5v5 fight at the moment. Stoney's going to need to get back in that Dragon, but he's sitting over the back there with his ELR, just slide him into the fight. Now Rafnal's getting nailed in the Supernova. That was a big hit on him. Haypriest goes down there, Emperko. So they're down an assassin on the bin chicken side.
They're dropping quickly. I mean, bin chickens are healthier, but they're just not killing anything.
Yeah, it's a bit of split focus fire is what we're noticing. Some strikes going in there into the fight. Rafnal finally goes down. It's actually probably not the fastest time to kills that we've seen for a brawl like this. So that focus fire probably going to this assassin now. And on the other side, Arctic Cheetah, Desire Depth is now legged in the water. Both of them going down. this blowing himself up as he takes out Desire. 3v3. This is actually extraordinarily close. Navi goes down to Rhodes, and now there's less targets in the field. We hopefully will see a snowball, potentially Noif going down for bin chickens, and the focus target looks like to be both the remaining assassins on ISRC side. Rhodes' leg though, doing a really good job of shielding that leg, using JJ taps and things to make it hard for him to take out. Mpoko offs himself, and it's just up to Emeralds to end it. 2 caps in favour of Bin Chickens leaves the cap game well and truly in their favour.
I think Stoney nearly just killed Rhodes.
Oh mate. Oh, almost had a team kill.
Okay.
And this should be over pretty soon. Emerald's got to be extraordinarily hurt, and that's it. And that's going to be the game. 750 points. There you go. Rightio. That was actually quite close in terms of the fight. We're going to look at the scores in a sec. So Lerm, run us through them.
Alrighty, so for Bin Chickens, we've got big numbers coming out of Knife in the 5 medium pulse linebacker, I believe it was, and Rhodes in the assassin there, 423 damage. 2 kills for him as well, so that's a lot of self-destructs for him.
There's a lot of self-destructs, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of it. Okay. For 50, we 54 MR, that's what they call themselves, is it? Or?
Inner Spud Wrecking Crew. That's where they are.
Right, that's the one.
There's a bit of Dropshot 5, a bit of ISRC, a bit of 54 MR in there.
Well, Emeralds did very well there with 492 damage. Did we see him power down about 4 or 5 times as well? He must have been really riding that heat.
Yeah, there was a couple in there, but it didn't end up affecting his overall time to kill.
Really close damages. It's just
Yeah.
I think just the focus fire was just not quite good enough there.
So, I'm just going to go and update some scores, and let's get the map strat up and have a look at what happened. So this is what the map strat. Run us through the post-action report.
Well, it really came down to just the power push, wasn't it? From Charlie went straight along towards that supernova that really got the game going. We had, I believe, the Dragon sitting out wide, was it this time? And ISRC set up a very basic, just over here. They were set up over behind the trash pile there, or over back here. I think the supernova to start. Then he ended up moving up after that. And we had the cap on Kappa to begin with, and crossed back to him. Honestly, it just took about 2 minutes. They just had the big melee here in the middle, didn't they? Delta 5.
Absolutely. Something I just want to draw attention to is that the supernova in Delta 5, Echo 5 border was actually a very long way away from the assassins when the assassin went to Kappa. And having a 90-ton mech in a 300-ton drop is a very immobile mech to have. Plus that Hellbringer committed. So you got supernova over here, and you got a Hellbringer over here now. That's, as I say, very well committed to the right side of the map. And so Bin Chickens had a little bit more predictability in where they were and how to engage them. Which I think was into their fast tech, strategy. Look at Bin Chicken's mechs. The slowest mechs are the linebackers and dragons, which are very quick for heavies. They're some of the fastest heavies in the game. So
Big armor quirks too.
yeah, good armor quirks as well. So in the assassins aren't any slashes either in survivability, as both teams brought them. So that will get us moving on to drop number 3. We'll just get that lined up in a sec. And just to summarize, we are at 2 wins to Bin Chickens with 7 kills, and Inner Spud Wrecking Crew at 10 kills. Okay, so checking at the time. So Lerm, are you ready?
Ready to roll.
Rightio. 3, 2, 1. Drop number 3. So just so you guys know, the third drop is on HPG Manifold, 400 tons, and this is a really interesting map to do a 6v6 on. What are your thoughts on HPG, Lamb?
Well, it's interesting in the control of Theta becomes a very big big part of this map. And the problem is, if you control Theta, you give up the rest. It'd be interesting to see if they bring Brawl here or bring a bit more range. And they're looking like a lot of range coming out of Bin Chickens. Or a lot of mid-range anyway. Be interesting to see if they utilise any wall strats as well. I know a lot of these guys are very, very comfortable on that wall.
So we witnessed a lot of pulse mechs and Drones mechs for bin chickens. There's broad mechs on both sides. Cyclops in there too. Rafnor quad ear larges. That's gonna be a wall mech, I reckon.
Absolutely. So let's see if they take the ramps here or if they look to go underneath.
ISRC foregoing any caps.
Yeah, so the Marauders are all going downstairs.
Yes, Samura's going all downstairs, and should note that Stone Falcon is running a no ghost heat build with 6 mediums, 2 large pulse, and an ER PPC. This means he's not going to have any ghost heat when he alpha strikes.
So Nevid has to really leg it here. So
well, this is a strong downstairs push. Look at this.
So they put everyone underneath. So this is going to be one of those strats where
well,
we'll see what ISRC does, but they should be able to get Epsilon, Kappa, and wait for them now.
The thing with 3 cap conquest is there are 3 caps, and downstairs is one of the caps. So
yes, exactly.
This is kind of what I want to see what have been Chicken's transition from this. This opening is a very strong control of one of the caps, but there's 2 others, and I just want to see how the strat controls those other 2. Up top, I think
the wrong team is downstairs.
Yeah, I mean there's laser bomb on the bin chicken side, but it's medium pulse though. So
yeah, and PPCs.
There's only 1 peep in there. I think most of it's pretty brawl. The javelins are 6 SRM 2 for bin chickens. Quite nice little brawly mix. Yep. Thankfully, HG is a killer map. Oh, strike launch from underground. Got some hits on that. And now look at the the ISRC Orion 2CA, LBX20, quad SRM 6 of Artemis. Very, very brawly. Navid's in the Wolfhound. He's just going to go and cap Epsilon, I reckon. Yep, that's...
Right, so they'll need to go get that home cap too now to start turning this back. They're starting to eat a lot of points behind.
Well, I think maybe bin chickens are thinking, hey, we'll wait for them to send one out to cap, and then they'll push out. So now they may push out because they know there's going to be a 5v6. That could be the reason that they're going for here. Just so everyone knows, it is a 400-ton drop, just as reference.
Rhodesy making sure their seismic's going up. Perfect.
Yeah, it's good seismic there. Seismic is really important on HPG because you do have multiple levels of play. Rafnor getting some shots in there and just covering that doorway. See some blue lasers coming in from the wall.
So Kamikaze's taking a huge amount from that strike.
Yeah, there you go. He got wrecked.
100%.
I'm still surprised that ISRC haven't taken Kappa. That is... I think they were going for a Brawl Rush kill game, and now they're not expecting it to be have caps involved.
To go back and forth. So they're
well,
one line, so they're going to wait for him to go back.
Thing is, though, is I'm a bit confused by both teams. So bin chickens know they only control 1 cap, so being Epsilon flash red is a perfect time to push. Well, at least as good as you're going to get. But also, I'm surprised that ISRC haven't gone and tried to look at Kappa at all. So some mind games happening here, I reckon.
So they're sort of getting to the north side here, bin chickens. Let's see if they go for a push out once Navid touches Kappa.
Well, they have to. They'll be 2 cap then.
Well, how far ahead do they need to be? 'Cause they had 2 caps for a long time there.
They did put a few points on. I just think it's still not even 5 minutes yet, so it's not even halfway into the match. You know, if you hit a 2-1 cap before 5 minutes, there's absolutely no way that's it can be caught up on.
Yeah.
Because it's half time. I mean, look, they're going to get their 2 cap before the halfway mark, so it's just going to count back the other way.
See if bin chickens do something proactive, or they wait till a minute. That's what it's going to look
But
like.
wait till a minute is not going to help with the cap game. The cap game is still going to be in favour of ISRC here.
That's when it's going to tip. That's roughly when it will tip over though.
But it doesn't matter. I would say you got to push early.
They should have already gone when Nav was on the cap.
Oh, I agree. I mean, if they don't go now, it's going to be a 66 engagement instead of a 65.
Maybe they're just checking their video settings, mate. Controls and weapon groupings. Something's coming out. Here we go.
That is an assassin? Rhodes.
So-
Javelin, sorry, that's a javelin.
So did both? Hold on, both javelins might be out here.
Yes, they've gone and split around the other. Oh, wow. Rhodes is going to hug that wall. He'll get shot by,
So is he gonna try and backdoor Kappa solo?
maybe. Well, Desire almost looked like he was going to try to backdoor around Gamma and maybe get Epsilon, so maybe we might see some Javelin backdoor play.
Oh, he's eating a lot of
Ooh.
SRMs there. Oh,
Javelin's down into about 78% for Noif.
he's dancing well.
Yeah, Knife's getting.
Okay, so two of them are out here, so they either need to go for Rathnor here on the wall somehow, or go get this cat.
Well,
They're just giving up more
traditionally, with missile javelins only have one jump jet, so they're not going to be able to get up on the wall unless they go all the way around past Kappa. But look at this. ISRC has already reinforced Kappa with a mech of their own to baby the point as as a defense option.
I just left the mech on the wall, to be honest. I don't know if they need that mech.
Well, no, they have both. They have one on the wall and they have their own light, the Wolfhound Navid, on the ground there just to baby the point, just to keep it covered.
If they can get behind that little structure, they'll be able to sight one maybe. Oh no, Navid's going to be smart and run to him. That's good.
Yeah, Navid knows what to do here. He's just going to kite a bit and just chain a laser every now and then onto the point to stop the counter cap going. 3 minutes left. Yep. Oh, Rhodes ate that one.
Well, percentage-wise, I mean, they might be able to just gank him here.
Navid getting a bit greedy there.
Oh, one of those marauders is starting to move a little bit. Rhodesy's nearly gone. Be lovely to see what his damage is like.
Oh, cap just got counted. Rhodes is just long enough to counter the cap. And sacrifice, Noif takes out Navid. That's a 2v1 fight. Raptor could fire a little bit, but that ridge really blocked off.
Right, so these marauders are getting pushed now.
Downstairs, here we go. Just when we Ash in a Cyclops, hitting up Alpha. So the Roach Seed loses that PPC. Call target seems to be Hate Priest and Stone Falcon, both getting wrecked. Kamikaze Viking goes down, that's an Orion.
Oh, Mickey should kill them all here. He's in the back of them.
Well, yeah, Mick's got a good line there. He's pretty safe. He's in the 8 variant. A bit more mobility than the others. Ashes is back to Mick now. This is going to hurt. Hate goes down, but they have to go and close in on Mick again. And also to Desire, who's super fresh. There's 2 fresh assaults against 3 hurt heavies and assault.
I think one of them might be bugged. Might be 2 assaults here.
Well, it's 2 assaults have been chickens, and it's 2 heavies and 1 assault for ISRC, I believe. So Cyclops is probably going to go down next. Only 3 ER mediums left on Desire's ROC. But the Javelins are back in. Javelins are back, and that's going to be game for bin chickens. I reckon. Only 1 ISRC mech left, and they've got the 2 cap back. That's Raptor on the wall. That's it.
Raptor probably should have dove off and just
Jumped in there.
tried to YOLO the cap, possibly.
Well, yeah. There's no, see, bin chickens have regained cap advantage. He has to jump in there now. He has no choice.
Yeah, he has to jump back on the cap.
I mean, the Javelin's just going to go and get Epsilon anyway, so bin chicken should lock this one down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, mid-fight, if he's react, if he jumps back off and gets Kappa, flicks it, might... No, they're never going to get the caps anyway. Well,
I think the big swinger in that one was the control of Kappa. That fight over Kappa, I think, really decided the match. If ISRC could hold that point, they would have had the cap game, and then forced bin chickens to move out basement. Instead, ISRC jumped down into the basement and looked like to be a somewhat split drop as well, because there was a bit of spacing between them when they dropped. So, yeah,
those Orions, I think, got a little bit ahead because I think they died quite quickly. Edge in it was still dead. He got bugged pretty early. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The control of Kappa, I think, was a very big part in that. Both, I was a bit surprised I didn't cap it early, but that fight over it really sealed the deal. Me in that one. And interesting thing, it's yet another game that we don't see all the mechs killed. Actually, no, we have. We've seen the mechs killed in both games, but it's been Bin Chickens winning 3 now. Although they haven't killed, they've only killed all the mechs once in those wins. So
Mika put in a bit of work. We got this 739 damage, got 1 of the kills and just 2 assists. So he must have focus fired and farmed someone pretty well. Just call me Ash. That Cyclops in the basement of the party zone. That was his dream. Jeez.
Absolutely. Alright, so we're going to go and hit up the map strat and Lerm just give us a bit of a debrief.
Alrighty, so very straightforward here. So Bin Chickens just went straight in, climbed straight underneath. They literally stacked everyone in there. I think there was a 1 javelin, well, both the javelins came straight in, bang, made their home just underneath. On the other side, we weirdly didn't see a capo grab. We just saw them sort of meander in and go and stand on top for 4 minutes. And eventually we saw Navid go and grab Epsilon, come back. Bin Chickens eventually got the javelins back out this side here, crawled through, got in that really good fight around Kappa where Rhodesy somehow managed to clutch the cap. And that was pretty much it. They just dropped. Big brawl in the center and better focus fire won.
Sounds like a good wrap up to me. Yeah, cap control really forced the hands of each other's team there. Like, you know, initially Bin Chickens had a slight cap advantage. ISRC then held the cap advantage. A light fight swung it back in Bin Chicken's favor, and then they held on to it very well. So, a few key points there of where the cap points aren't actually the main. How I say it? The cap points are definitely the objective, but the objective forces hands in terms of where and when engagements occur. If you can control objectives well, you can get better and better engagements, and that's what we saw there. So,
well, they would. I think Navid had the chance to win if they capped that 2 minutes earlier. That would have been the turn. Would have forced Bin Chicken's hand as well, but since it left so late, that was interesting. Somehow great recovery though in 5.
Yep, and so now that we are partway through the series, it is 3 wins to Bin Chickens, but 12 kills each, funnily enough. So, we're going to go straight into drop number 4, line that one up. Okay, Lem, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go. So, spawn swaps, 400 tons, 6v6 on HPG. Just so everyone knows that with Battlefield Midway, you can only use a chassis 4 times in the entire series. So once you use, 4 of the Novas or 4 of the 102Cs, whatever it is, you can't use them anymore. So we see a few mechs run out. So no more from 2Cs, I think, from Bin Chickens. They've used a few already. They've also spent a bunch of assassins and things. So Vipers now. Nike's on HPG. Yeah, 3 Nike's. The last map is hot. Just letting you know, the last map will be a map ban system of hot maps.
Oh, how many Nike's are climbing that wall?
Oh, it's
going to be 3 Nike's on the wall.
That's a medium pulse Marauder 2C as well from ISRC.
Oh no, they're back on the floor. There was 2 trying to climb the wall. Did they just give up on it?
I'm not really sure. 2 heavy large, 2 Gauss on a bunch of these 2 Gauss 2ER large as well. So, 2 blues, 2 Gauss, classic sort of long to mid-range build there. And Bin Chickens are moving through the open, doing a very aggressive move, taking some shots on the Nike's that ISRC have brought to the walls. They've got 2 up at the moment.
Rathnor needs to do something here. He's going to just get
trash canned. He's going to drop down, yeah. I didn't think he was going to jump across that. You can jump across the little springboards there. There's a strike as well, which he just ran out of the way of. He's crit CT, look at that, so taking a fair bit of damage. Bin Chicken's moving up pretty aggressively still. They kind of slowed down a little bit, but if they win their trades, why move? I still would like to control higher ground, to be honest.
Well, Ashes has just picked 4 dudes, so I think he just took a bad trade as well.
Yeah.
So, well, they racking low here. They're pushing quite hard. Have we go at this? So this supernova would be interesting to see if he's mid-range.
He's mid. Oh, and that is mid-range Alpha Strike right there. The one variant is arm-mounted, so he's probably running 2 LPLs and 6 MPL. Yeah.
Mr. Perko needs to get out of there. He's in a bad place.
And Perko, I think, was all medium pulses, so he's kind of short range, but he's just reversing back in straight lines, not reversing back around the corner to the ramp. Stoney does drop, though. That is a Huntsman down. Yeah, and this is going to be a low ground fight. Mick is in a brilliant position, though. Mick's position here, he's actually got elevation and now has some level of map control. I think it's extraordinarily important that bin chickens aren't all corralled in the low ground.
This is really good focus figure if they can keep moving forwards there. How is he so healthy still?
Which one?
Leading that charge the whole time. Supernova Hate Priest.
Oh, Hate Priest, yeah. I think he just wasn't the call target. And, you know, there's a really good focus fire coming out of bin chickens here. This is actually probably the best focus I've seen all night from him. You know, really hurting targets, bringing them down. And look at the damage spread on bin chickens. They're all like, you know, there's 5 hurt mechs, but they're spreading it really, really well here. And of course, the freshest being the light mech, which is what you want. You want your freshest mech to be the light.
I think Nava just got legged.
Yeah, he's legged, and that's going to be game over from him really quickly.
Well then.
This should be a win for bin chickens. Just going to finish up Emeralds and Unending Menace, the Viper and the Marauder 2C.
Could be a good comeback story though if he wins this. I don't like his chances though. Oh, Hate Priest has got him.
Yeah.
Or is he? No, he's farming him. It's okay. Hold on. Oh, Desire's gonna steal this with a drop down.
Yep. Jump shot kill still there. And just going to run in for the caps to end it out.
Alright, where was this last drop? Jeez. That was really well played by bin chickens.
Yeah, no, that was a good execution. It was a very good execution of their strategy. So that's what I like to see is, like, you know, there's some matches are won by the planning and the drop decks and strategies. I mean, won or lost, to be honest, and also execution. The strategy was quite simple, move forward, shoot stuff, but the execution of it was very, very good. It was brilliant by bin chickens. The strategy of ISRC was interesting, having a couple of wall mechs. What happened was they got caught in a transition, and yeah, just getting caught in that transition was a bit strange.
They needed to be hunchbacks or summoners. They were just too slow, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nike's getting caught in transition is very difficult to maneuver out of, particularly for Marauder 2Cs as well. There was a very slow drop deck, so if they could have held in fight, maybe that's kind of what you have to do when you have those mechs.
I'm super keen to see what Hate Priest's damage numbers were because he put out a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm just surprised to see 5 of them alive. Like that was a lot of damage spreading that they did between them. You know, cycling, who's hurt, who's leading.
I'm more amazed to see Nike's on this drop. They spent 3 and spent 2.
Well, both teams using Nike as right before the hot map.
On HPG, yeah. It's an interesting strategy.
Yeah.
Did we catch what Stoney had on that Huntsman? Was he brawl or was he just lasers?
I think he was some sort of short range build. I didn't actually see what he was running. Alright.
These should tick over now.
When the scores come up, just run us through them.
Alrighty, so yeah, Hate Priest leading the damage there, 594, 1 kill, 5 assists. Mika not far behind though, with 2 kills, 3 assists. Let's see here. Yeah, Emeralds was the only one that really got to put much damage down range. 531 damage, only 1 kill. They picked 1 mech against 4 over and over and over again. It just really snowballed really quickly, jeez. Alright, ready for the map strat, mate?
Yeah. Just in a sec. All I'll say is that the damage spread of the Nike is on Binching Style was actually really, really good damage spread. Like, Stoney, I think, was more of a distraction to really break up that transition of ISRC's movement. But yeah, let's go to the map strat and check it out.
Well, super straightforward here. We had 2 night gears climb up. I think Ash jumped over to the other side here too. I think we had a quick Epsilon cap and quickly tried to save their buddies, big mechs, but bin chickens just steamrolled them straight through Echo 6 and just wrapped low. Killed one mech at a time. I think Mika stayed high around about this first ramp here and just wiped Dash. I mean, 4 minutes and it was pretty much over. 3 minutes.
Yeah, that top control position that Mick had was very, very helpful. If you get corralled around the outside there, it could be easy for ISRC to go up that ramp and bridge area and control top and then shoot down. That'll just become a death box. So yeah,
especially when they could have then crossed back behind and then got a few back angles, but they were just too slow on the transition.
Absolutely. All right. So summarizing before the final drop, it is 4 wins to Bin Chickens, 18 kills to 13 kills. We're going to get ready for the 5th drop. Now, just letting you know with how the drops work. On drops 1 and 2, same map, 300 tons, you flick the spawns around. Drops 3 and 4, they're paired. Again, 400 tons, and you flick the spawns around between 3 and 4. Drop 5 is a decider, and it's actually done by a map ban system of 3 different maps. This week, in week 1, the map rotation, or map pool, sorry, is Caustic, Tourmaline, and Terra Therma. So Team 2, which would be Innisphere, Innispire Wrecking Crew, could ban 1 map, and then Bin Chickens banned the final map. The result of the map that won, and we'll get to it in a sec, when we load in. So, Lem, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Terra Therma.
Yeah.
Check it out.
When you first start, guys, you should definitely note that Theta, Epsilon, and Kappa are the map, the conquest flags in play.
Yes.
So it'd be interesting to see what happens here with the setups, because red team get a really long sort of setup to run into Theta.
2 heavy peeps and an Ultra 10 on the Highlander, machine gun laser cheater, 4 large pulse Warhawk, another reasonably warm build-ish. 2 Ultra 10s, 4 ER mediums on a Warhammer classic bin chicken build. Another Highlander Ultra 10, 2 heavy peeps on the sea this time. A laser awesome Stone Falcon has brought his classic, I think 61 pinpoint awesome to Terra Therma, a bunch of laser gas. Now a Nikea, 2 Nikeas. That's the last 2 that ISRC has been brought. Oh, another war LPLs as well. Look at that. And an assassin. Yeah, he put in the CT.
So, did Bin Chickens have a capping mech here? Because I saw the assassin.
They got a cheetah.
So we've got the Arctic cheetah. Okay, yeah.
Highlanders bring a lot of armor quirks to the table. They are slow, but they do have a lot of armor. I'm a bit worried about the heat with the heavy peeps. So we'll see how they bring that into play with the heat.
This might be a pretty warm fight because they've given up. They're not even touching Kappa. They're just going straight on in. Actually, are they wrapping right here? This they could be giving up the entire map pressure if they wrap the wide right.
Well, from the Team 2 side, Kappa and Theta are very far apart, whereas on the Team 1 side, Theta and Epsilon are quite close together. So I think you're going to see that Team 2 will be the aggressor and Team 1 be the receiver in a lot of these Terra Therma matches. Ooh, big strike just went down.
It's got the heavy machine, so the white machine guns, the heavy and medium. So this is a nice bomb cheater too.
I want to see these Highlands get used also. I'll see if I can pick out how many jump jets they're running, because if they're using them just as a side peeker or as a proper Pop-Tart, that's an interesting decision. Now Warhawk's moving up for ISRC. They're actually going to get a line of Golf 7 and fire into the Theta area. Well, they could wrap around the outside. I think what Bin Chickens are doing, they're kind of laying an ambush either way. If there's a mech on Theta, they'll push out that way. Mech on Epsilon, they'll push out the other way. So it's ISRC's move here, and it's Bin Chicken's counter move.
Just double checked for you, mate, of the information that they're 1 jump jet. Right, so who's this on the right here that just took a fair bit of damage? Emeralds and the assassin. And Desire needs to get out of there because he's in a not ideal place when they see him.
He can probably cross out away, okay. Particularly the Bin Chicken's counter move now. Like he's got a bit of rocks on his left. So he's going to provide a secondary angle to fire at, and he's going to use that quite well. I think actually leaving him over there is really dangerous. Okay, so the Highlanders are actually having to left peek around terrain while being right stacked. Be quite difficult. The Warhawks leading the charge quite far ahead, so a lot of damage going in on Emperor's Warhawk. Rhodes and the Warhammer set up for another crossfire.
Knife won't be long for this world either. He's just lost his left torso, I think.
One each. So the positional advantage was in Binching's favor, but I think the builds that ISRC is bringing in just a bit more heat efficient and just a bit better suited for this type of engagement. Mick goes down. That was a clean kill, I think. That was quite fast.
Desire's actually in their backs killing them all, I think. Keep an eye on what he does
here. Yeah, Desire's going to try to get some hits. He's on Navid now. He's going to probably go for the double side torso, it looks like.
Well, he needs to take that right torso first.
If he doesn't get leg, that's the problem. Rose might drop pretty soon, though. I think Rose is quite hurt on that Warhammer CT. Oh, strike through the back. Oh. And it takes a Hay Priest Highlander. ISRC are looking very favourable on this one.
It might be all over.
Yeah, Kami's Nike is down. I mean, it's actually 4-all on kills. If the... No, it can't be. It's Hay Priest is actually dead, so it's only Desire that's left alive, because Rhodes is alive. So it's 2 against 4. There's a slight bug on Hay Priest. That's it, it's just Rhodes up top. And then just a counter cap time.
Well, no, they're not going to be able to run away.
Rhodes is the only one left, so there's no running cap option. I think Desire tried to run out to Kappa maybe, but he got legged. He was actually very hurt on the leg early in the match anyway. There it goes. They're just going to be counter caps and a game to ISRC. What do you think about the builds used there?
Look, I know that they love to break meta, but you don't bring those mechs to a hot map, unfortunately. I feel like the Awesome is a little bit left behind the metas just because it's a structure-based mech, which works not very well against the current MGs, and the Highlanders just didn't have any real DPS once they unloaded to alphas. So it just came down to they got stuck in the open. They needed to find a place where they could peek, poke, Pop-Tart, do something. I'm actually really confused as why the other team pushed. ISRC had the control of the map left and then went to their back.
Well, I think the engagement angle ISRC chose was quite good for the situation there. I think they realised that it was a double ambush situation. But the thing is that to actually control both those two caps, you kind of need to put yourself in a choke point. It's like you need to sit in a choke point to do it. So this map is kind of, I wouldn't say it's symmetrical. It's not as imbalanced as it first appears. Because I guess the strategies that let you control those two caps also open you up to being funneled and corralled. So there's pros and cons of each spawn. This is also, first time running a 3-cap conquest on this Terra Therma. I think even on the old one, we didn't actually do a 3-cap on that one either. So, this season we're kind of testing a few different things. This is week 1 as well, so getting to know what maps, what they play like in the 6v6 3-cap. Yeah, just to reiterate, teams can cap other cap points, the other Sigma Gamma cap points, if all 6 are dead. So that is legal.
I think it's a week 2 thing that they'll work this one out. They've already lost 1 drop off today. Be interested to see what Rathnall's numbers are with his 4 kills that he's managed to last hit. I'm just trying to work out on the map where the Bin Chickens team would have won that engagement. And it's kind of eluding me, unfortunately, at the moment.
I think it comes down to a combination of hit efficiency and sight lines in terms of angle of fire. The Bin Chickens were actually kind of in a very narrow position in that pass, so they had to fire from a pretty similar spot. Whereas, I mean, I like the idea of having that Warhammer on the cap point up high. I think that's a really good idea. And having the cheater in the back is good too. I just think the 4 assaults kind of stacked on top of each other means that you kind of lends itself to being focused from front to back. We saw North get focused first and then follow backwards.
You are right. If they could have got themselves into a bit of open space, there's 4 very pinpoint sort of hits with those heavy PPCs, and UAC 10s and the laser bomb also.
Well, yeah. So,
See this eventually wind down to 288, so we can see the final damage stats.
yeah. I mean, the caps are pretty close.
It'll roll over in 3
Just
seconds.
a few more seconds, and I'll take it. And then, yeah, they had a minute and a half spare, so it's all good. I don't think there's any. Can you think of any strats where a team would want to try to get, you know, cap one of these other cap points like Sigma or Gamma first, and then go for the 6 kill?
Sorry, Sigma or Gamma, as in.
Like, do you reckon there's any strats out there that people want to, you know? I think the way that the teams are playing is actually quite good, which is go for the 3 caps and then, you know, if you get kills, then go off and counter cap. Otherwise, just stick to the 3. All right, let's run through the numbers.
Alrighty, so we've got Just Call Me Ash leading the charge there with 614 damage. 1 kill, 5 assists. Rathnall last hitting them all for him though, with 4 kills and 2 assists, 508. A very good split though from the rest of the damage. Mr. Perko, I mean, he got focused early, but he led the charge, good on him. And on Bin Chicken's side, not a bad spread either, but that Warhammer put in a fair bit of work for Rhodesy, and Mika got a good bit of damage in that Warhawk, but unfortunately those Highlanders have let them down a little bit.
I think with those builds, I think 2 heavy peeps on Terra Therma is going to heat up pretty quick, and then you're down to a single Ultra 10 in terms of your, you know, kill DPS cycling. So, but yeah, that is the series. So let's just go quickly to the map strat, and we'll go from there. All right, so map strat, let's go.
Alrighty, so we saw Team 2, which I believe was Bin Chickens, sort of roll around here into a big bundle, and out to the right, I think they got corralled. Was it far side over here? Or was it the inside one of that? Well, we had ISRC.
They actually went. So what happened was, ISRC actually went around further towards near Epsilon and came up, and Bin Chickens was all stacked. I think they won Epsilon, and then they're mostly in this pathway.
In the initial movement, though, I mean that's where they.
Oh, they had a light movement. Yeah, they did have a assassin check out.
Yeah, they had. I think they moved slowly up this way, then ISRC came up in this big sort of roundabout way.
That's blue is Bin Chicken.
Are you sure?
Yep.
There you go. Not even noticing who's in.
Yep. So, anyway, we'll do this one. So, Engineers came in, they got Theta, snagged it, also hit up Epsilon. They stationed their big mechs, one on Eps, and mostly spread out in the pass here. ISRC did come up, you know, for a bit of a look on Theta. They did have a light mech do a bit of a assassin do a bit of a run, and then they came around the back for the main movement. But they actually kind of fanned out a bit too, which I thought was good. You know, to spread out a little bit. There was that cheetah operating in the backfield, but in the end, the efficiency the builds brought definitely favoured ISRC. So,
I certainly found it interesting if they got the west side of Theta then and just went actually to take Kappa instead, because there's a lot more terrain they could probably use on that side of the map there.
yeah, I mean, a Kappa opening, I'm surprised. I was a little bit surprised they didn't go for that, just for the safety. You know, because if you don't have Kappa, then you're already down 1 cap, and then if they have, sorry.
No, I was going to say not even the Kappa opening, but they could take Theta, Epsilon, now that they saw that the other teams sort of maneuvered out to wide right, then they can just sort of go west, north.
Oh yeah.
7, Fox, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. So I'm going to draw in purple. Well, to draw in purple, that would be like a fallback into this region here, and to get like, you know, a bit of a firing crescent on the pass, you hold Theta, and you just send 1 light out for Kappa, and then you've basically corralled them into taking Epsilon. They have the pass between you and you know, Eps, and then you have Kappa. That's a movement that I think would be quite a good transition, and something that with scouting I think could be done in a timely manner. That's an option there to run. Anyway, that sums up this drops. Lem, is there anything else you want to say?
Those really good matches. They used the time quite well. There was long matches in a lot of those, and I think both teams will learn a lot going forwards.
Absolutely. So, a few things. This is a recorded cast. There will be some more coming up. We're looking at some more this week, so stay tuned to the various Discords and websites and all the other stuff that's up. The match tonight did end 4-1, 20 kills to 19 kills. So the kills are almost bang on. Just so you know, there are points awarded for wins and losses, and a tiebreaker is based on kills. So having a lot of kills is actually quite good. I'm actually going to click up this thing to finish off, so you can actually see the standings as they stand across the other pools and time zones. Alright, and just some other little brief announcements here, is that we've been working on the overlays a bit tonight. There's actually a lot of, particularly a lot of 228 guys that helped us out. Like I mentioned before, shout out to Live and Parax42 for helping out with the technical side. But also, Lem tonight, he's been co-casting. Awesome, really, great to give him his first debut in co-casting this. We had Gernhawk at Fist, testing out a new feature. So I'll announce it here now. We have dash cam. We have dash cam working for live shoutcasts. So it looks pretty good. There's a couple of tweaks I think I want to do with it still, but live dash cam is functional. So yeah, get keen for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks to Kondo for actually recording this as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's give him a shout at the end here. Let's say thanks to Kondo for actually recording it. So Kondo was recorded, uploaded it, and it's 50 minutes of upload. So that's we're gonna smash this internet plan. But cheers, mate. Yeah, no, that's good. So it just also heads up, if there's a match that we cannot shoutcast and someone wants to record it, then it doesn't actually matter what time zone it is. So let's say you have an NA or EU match. Okay, and you want it shoutcasted by myself and Ash, or some Australians. Just let us know. Let us know. Hey, we got a recording, and we'll see what we can do about that. Rightio. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you around.